eso me pasa la presión. Oye, cara, ¿tú quieres matar a ese hombre? ¿La verdad es que cabeza ahí, Luis? Oye, mis condolencias, Renato, mis condolencias por ustedes dos también, con la gente de uno también. Bueno, yo tengo uno de parte. Ay, Dios mío, para la victoria y para la desgracia.
Check, check. We got audio. We got it.
Crap, that was awesome.
Hey, what's going on, you guys? I don't know if anybody's around, but I'm just going to do a quick burst on 40. Try and work a little DX, and that's about it. And then I'm going to be off and running for dinner. So, without further ado, this is K1GMM. Steve, Vermont, Kilo 1 Golf Mike Mike. So we're tuned up. We're pretty much ready to go. And we'll be off and running here. Okay. Is this frequency in use? Is this frequency in use? K1GMM. Is this frequency in use? CQDX, CQ Delta X-ray, CQDX, CQ Delta X-ray, looking for stations in Europe. Kilo 1 Golf Mike Mike, Kilo 1 Golf Mike Mike, calling CQDX, CQ Delta X-ray, listening for Europe. Kilo 1 Golf Mike Mike. Bye for any calls.
K1GMM, Fox 6 Echo Charlie Sugar, Fox 6 Echo Charlie Sugar.
Okay, I got a Foxtrot 6 Echo Charlie Sugar. Give you a report on the next go. The name is Steve, Sierra Tango Echo, Victor Echo, over here in the state of Vermont. F6 ECS, Kilo 1 Golf Mike Mike. Over.
Yeah, good evening, Steve. Good afternoon, Steve, in Vermont. Fox 6 Echo Charlie Sugar returning. You're 5 and 8, good copy down in France. I am on the Spanish border in the south of France, the Mediterranean. The handle is Jack, Japan, Able, Charlie, Kentucky. Jack is the name. So how you copy, Steve? K1GMM, Fox 6 Charlie Sugar.
Okay, Jack, yeah, I've got you in here about a 5 and 7, 57. No problem on the copy. And running, we are live streaming right now to YouTube. You'll find you are the first contact in the live stream. Didn't know I was going to do this, but I figured I'd at least kick it on. And usually there's a bunch of guys that jump in and chat in the chat room and stuff like that. So you'll find it on my K1GMM YouTube channel. So Jack, we're running about 400 watts here, Delta Loop parasitic array, and the transceiver is little baby ICOM 7300. Go ahead and give me your working conditions, Jack, if you don't mind. F6 ECS, K1GMM, over.
Yeah, K1GMM, Fox 6EZ, Charlie Sugar. Very good copy, Steve. Very good, and you're doing good with your equipment. I'm running a very small equipment as well. Very tiny one, KX3 by Electron. Pushing a small amplifier, 100 whiskey, 100 watt. The antenna is center-fed, open line fed 80 meter dipole. Just a wire dipole fed with open line. It's a very simple equipment. Nothing very fancy. I don't use the amp at the moment. I don't have any big amp. So, okay, on your YouTube operation, I didn't really understood what you do with YouTube, but maybe you can explain me better. K1GMM, Fox 6 Echo, Charlie Sugar.
Okay, F6 ECS, K1GMM. Yeah, no problem there, Jack. No, I'm just, I'm shooting a live video stream with a feed from the radio and some other things from the shack here straight to YouTube. And it will render to YouTube afterwards, after I finish the stream. So you'll be able to see the first contact there. Doing a great job with the Elecrafts are just amazing rigs, aren't they? I've been looking at a K3S, a possibility for a rig, but I just don't know. They're not cheap, but they work extremely well, and I know the guys that have them. Well, their what do you call it? Reputation precedes them. So kudos to you. Yeah, you don't need a lot of power. The band is pretty good shape. I'll let you go. I'll say 7-3. Have a good evening, and thank you very much for the call there, Jack. I'll let you tie it off. F6 ECS K1GMM. Go ahead.
Okay, K1GMM, F6 ECS return final. Very good, Steve. Very good, excellent. Yeah, I do understand what you do with YouTube, shooting what you do, and that's great, great hobby. Yeah, I got the K3 as well. I got the K3 on the side, and I'm using the KX3, Kilo X-Ray 3, which is a tiny one, pushing 10 watts into the amp. But it's a very
Static crashing's pretty bad there.
Very nice
M0JGX.
I've been using the KX3 for maybe 5 years now, 4 to 5 years. That's a great rig. I love it. I love it more than the K3. Believe me or not, I prefer the KX3. Reception-wise, it's so quiet. Small SDR, and very, very nice in reception. Doing a lot of things in a very small volume. 7-3, good evening, Steve. I'm going to go to bed. It's getting late here. So catch you later, and have good fun on the bed. K1GMM, Fox 6EZ, Charlie Sugar. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, Jack. Thanks for the contact, and have a great evening. Go get some rest there, buddy. QRZDX, this is Kilo 1 Golf Mike, looking at Europe. CQ Delta X-Ray, CQDX, listening for Europe. Kilo 1 Golf Mike. Kilo 1 Golf Mike. Kilo 1 Golf Mike, calling CQDX, and bye. Boy, I hear someone in there, but it's very, very low. Very low. Try it again. Okay, there was no copy there. This is Kilo 1 Golf Mike, listening for Europe. QRZ. CQ Delta X-Ray, CQDX, listening for stations in Europe. Kilo 1 Golf Mike. Kilo 1 Golf Mike. K1GMM, calling CQDX, and bye. CQ Delta X-Ray, CQDX, CQDX, listening for Europe. Kilo 1 Golf Mike Mike. Kilo 1 Golf Mike Mike. Bye for a call.
Kilo Golf Mike Mike from Italy, Zanzibar 4, India, Victor Kilo, over.
IZ4 IVK, Kilo 1 Golf Mike Mike. Name is Steve, over here, state of Vermont, Northeast U.S. I'll give you a report on your next over. Got your call as India Zulu 4, India Victor Kilo, Kilo 1 Golf Mike Mike, over. IZ4 IVK, Kilo 1 Golf Mike Mike. IZ4 IVK, Kilo 1 Golf Mike Mike. I have nothing coming back. You still in there? I don't know what happened there. CQDX, CQ Delta X-Ray, Kilo 1 Golf Mike Mike. Kilo 1 Golf Mike Mike. Calling CQDX and bye. Listening for stations in Europe, Kilo 1 Golf Mike Mike. Kilo 1 Golf Mike Mike. Looking at Europe, calling CQDX, CQ Delta X-Ray, Kilo 1 Golf Mike Mike. Bye for a call.
Italy, Zulu 4, India, Victor Kilo.
Italy, Zulu 4, India, Victor Kilo, Kilo 1 Golf Mike Mike. Name is Steve, state of Vermont, over.
Roger, Mr. Steve, Kilo 1 Golf Mike Mike. My name is Sierra Alpha Victor Echo Save, QTH, Bologna, North Italy. Answer for you is 5-5. Report the microphone to you, over.
Okay, I copy a 5-5. You are a 5-7, 57, 5 and 7, state of Vermont. Could I get your name one more time for the log, please? I missed it. Over.
Roger, my friend. And my QTH, Bologna. I don't understand your QTH and the location. And Steve, microphone to you, QSL.
Okay, my QTH is Vermont, state of Vermont. I'm northeast corner of the United States. Over.
Roger. I have QRM and the frequency, my friend. And I look in the QSL and my personal computer for the listen and look your QTH. Sorry, but I have QRM and the frequency. Thank you on the contact in 40 meter and the propagation is not stable, up down at this moment, my friend. I am happy to contact you station Kilo 1 Golf.
No problem there, equalizer.
Thank you for the contact and good DX.
Good to see you guys in here, by the way.
Microphone to you, Steve. Over.
Okay, IZ4 IVK 7373. If you can hear me, I know the going is tough. Have a good evening and good DX. We'll look for you again. IZ4 IVK Kilo 1 Golf Mike Mike. All the best. CQDX, CQ Delta X-Ray Kilo 1 Golf Mike Mike. Listening for Europe, Kilo 1 Golf Mike Mike, Kilo 1 Golf Mike Mike. Bye for a call. CQ Delta X-Ray, CQDX, Kilo 1 Golf Mike Mike, Kilo 1 Golf Mike Mike. Calling CQ Delta X-Ray, CQDX, Kilo 1 Golf Mike Mike. Bye for any calls. Just retune here quick, make sure I'm okay. CQ Delta X-Ray, CQDX, CQ Delta X-Ray, listening for stations in Europe. Kilo 1 Golf Mike Mike, Kilo 1 Golf Mike Mike, calling CQ, CQ Delta X-Ray, listening for Europe, and bye for any calls. CQDX, CQ Delta X-Ray, Kilo 1 Golf Mike Mike, Kilo 1 Golf Mike Mike, bye for any calls. Hey Caspar, how you doing? Oh, I heard you. No, that's okay. Of course you can try and contact me, man. Anytime. Yeah, this is going to be short-lived. I think the band is fading. It was really cracking about an hour and a half ago. 1 to 2 hours ago, man, it was just gangbusters in here. Kind of in a weird time. I think it'll settle in and open back up again, but everybody will be in bed by that point. CQ Delta X-Ray, CQDX, CQ Delta X-Ray, listening for Europe, Kilo 1 Golf Mike Mike, Kilo 1 Golf Mike Mike, bye for any calls. CQDX, CQ Delta X-Ray, Kilo 1 Golf Mike Mike, Kilo 1 Golf Mike Mike, CQDX.
Kilo 1 Golf Mike Mike, Kilo 1 Golf Mike Mike, this is WA5QWQ, WA5 Quebec Whiskey Quebec.
WA5QWQ, hey, good evening. Is it evening? It must be. Kilo 1 Golf Mike Mike, name is Steve, up here, state of Vermont, over.
Yes, Steve. Kilo 1 Golf Mike Mike. This is WA5QWQ, Quebec Whiskey Quebec, and the handle is Gary, George Alpha Romeo Yankee, Gary. We have talked before, I don't know if you remember, it's been a while, located in a suburb of Washington, D.C. in Northern Virginia, a little town called Ashburn, Virginia. And just want to let you know, I heard you call us CQ a number of times, but you're coming in really, really well down here, about 10 to 20 over S9. Go ahead.
Okay, Roger. Yeah. I just flipped around, so I can probably roll the power back a little bit. I think that's a little excessive. I was actually pointed at Europe, so I think you may have me a little bit better. Not that it matters. At 20 over, it doesn't matter. Yeah, Gary, good to hear you, man. How are you? You are live streaming to YouTube. I'm running a live stream. You'll see it on the K1GMM YouTube channel. Once it renders, it's live right now. But you're not going to get anything out of this mess. I think that's rolling out off the coast, that Michael there that caused all that carnage down in the Panhandle. You're going to escape that one, aren't you? Over.
Well, I think so. I haven't seen the latest weather report and predicted track, but we are getting just a little bit of rain today, and maybe I think it's still predicted to be some more overnight, but nothing at all like they got down in Florida, of course, and hopefully nothing like they got in, I guess it was North Carolina back on the previous one. So,
hey, Paul. Hey, Ed. How you guys doing?
Hoping we escape this one with maybe just a little rain. Go ahead.
Yeah. It's, man, dude, it poured overnight last night and most of the day today up here. So it's pretty ugly. Hold on. It seems like we get 2 days of sun and a week of rain. I was out in the backyard today walking around in the rain, and I'm telling you, dude, it was just squish. It was all squish. The ground up here just cannot absorb any more water there. Over.
It's been that way here. Let's see. I can't remember. We've had a pretty good week this past week where it actually dried out. And today's the first.
It's probably just conditions there.
At least a week or so.
Cajun Claude, he's got me at 20 over down there in Virginia right now. I can't figure anything out here.
It is raining now, and looks like it's predicted to rain till about midnight. So anyway, hopefully we've escaped that one. But well, anyhow, which rig are you on? You're sounding really good. I'm on my Icon 7300, still barefoot, running 100 watts. Go ahead.
Yeah, you're a solid S9, by the way. Solid, with no waver in there. I'm still on the 7300, a little baby ICOM. And what's my output drive's about 400 watts right now. And I'm on the 40-meter array, the parasitic delta loop array. Kind of going west-southwest right now. So, yeah, been trying to figure out what am I going to go to from here. You know how you kind of get the itch and you start that nervous twitch and you want to pull the trigger on another rig, but I just can't figure out what I'd go to from here. There, over.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I've really enjoyed the 7300. I had a 7100, and once I got this thing, I think I powered it on one time, but I've got it packed up in a box right now, and I took it to a ham fest and didn't have any nibbles on it, so I may have to advertise it on QRZ, but I don't use it now that I've got the 7300 going. But
good to see you, Dale, by the way.
If I get another rig,
Paul, hope you guys are having a good week.
I'd kind of like to try it. I'm not sure, either a Flex or one of the Anons, and really get into the SDR in a big way, and probably be the Anon, because I like fiddling with the parameters and all that kind of stuff. So may try that at some point. But that'll be a little further down the road. My next project is just retired last year and looking for kind of a place to get a little further out of town. So hopefully I can get a place where I can actually put up some antennas and do a little experimenting, maybe get an amplifier. I just don't feel comfortable running an amplifier here in the city with the HOA restrictions and all that. So get by with 100 watts, and it seems to do a pretty good job for me. I've really had some good luck. Made contacts to New Zealand and Australia and Europe and all that. So I've had pretty good luck with it here. K1GMM WA5QWQ.
Yeah, WA5QWQ, K1GMM. Yeah, you peaked 15 over on the last go. It's pretty amazing. I've actually decided that having an antenna system with ears is actually more important than having teeth. The antennas I have here have tremendous ears. I mean, frightening. What was this, 2 weeks ago? 2 weeks or 3 weeks ago, I actually heard Tokyo, Japan on 80 meters on the array out front. And I've talked to guys living up here. They've been in the hobby for 30 years, and they've never heard Tokyo on 80 meters, 75 meters. So it's nice. Yeah, if you can get some wire up or something that has some really, well, you don't need it down there. You're in the kill box. That's what I call the kill box. I know guys. A guy in Pennsylvania, he works ZL and VK in Cook Island all the time on 20 meters at night between like 12 and 4 a.m. in the morning, barefoot on an old TS 430S. You got on a friggin' G5 RV. You don't need anything major. Here, I'm kind of busted because I'm in a pretty bad place here. About as bad as you can get to do anything with RF. So all of my antennas are built and designed for specific angles of radiation, and not a tremendous amount of gain, but they hear good. That's the thing. I let the big stations do the heavy lifting for me. You know, find the stations that are running these monstrosity of antennas, and they'll hear me. You know, they'll shoot those stations. Will hear a little mouse out in the tumbleweeds. Over.
Oh, yeah. Hey, the band must be changing us because you had hit 30 over S9 and now you were back down to about S7 or 8. So, I don't know, you still copy me okay there, Steve? Go ahead.
Yeah, it shifted around. I can't believe it. Yeah, you're down to about an S3 or 4. So before we lose each other, I hate it when that happens. Great to hear you, Gary. Thanks for making the call. And you take care of yourself down there. And best of luck and you know, with your projects and stuff. And maybe if you get in another QTH, you'll really go hog wild. You're doing really well, though. Barefoot, I wouldn't have an issue with that, dude. 7-3. Have a great weekend coming up. And we'll look for you again. Anytime, jump in and say hello. Would love to hear from you again. WA5QWQ, K1GMM. Go ahead. Oh my gosh, the band just closed. Okay, just flipped around. I did, Ed. Hey, Chezzy Wezzy, what's going on? I can't believe the band. You hear the band slam shut. He was 15 over into the noise in a matter of a minute. That's incredible. I'll throw out a few more calls for Europe, and if nobody comes back, I'm out of here. This is just a quickie, guys. CQDX, CQ Delta X-Ray, looking for Europe. Kilo 1 Golf Mike Mike. Kilo 1 Golf Mike Mike. Calling CQDX, CQ Delta X-Ray. CQDX, listening for stations in Europe, and bye for any calls. I heard my call sign. I don't know where that station is. Give me your call one more time. I may be pointed the wrong way, so maybe if I flip around, you almost sound like you're in the deep south. Give me your call one more time. I'll get the preamp on there, Roger. Okay, I think that's Bill. I got Bill, but I did not get the call, and it doesn't matter which way I point. Bill, give me your call again. I think I know who this is, but yeah, great to hear you, man. See if I can get your call in the log. Over. Man, Bill, I can't pull you out of there. I don't have a bad static crashing, but it's the QRN is just bad enough that you're right at the threshold. You're right at the threshold. Dang it! I want to get your call in the log. I got to get it over the air for it to be valid, at least for me. Give me your call. I'm going to get the second preamp on. So give me your call 2 or 3 times. Just your call phonetically, very slowly. Go ahead.
See if you could copy me there, Steve. This is Dale there. Cajun called on the stream. But anyway, there it's Dale, D-A-L-E, and the call is November 8, November Tango X-Ray.
Oh, Dale. Yeah, I got you, man. Yeah, it popped. The band's shifting around. I got the second preamp on, and you're about an S9 plus 5. You just popped right out of there. Right out of the noise. So yeah, no problem, man. Thanks for stopping by. I'd much rather talk to you guys on the air than, blab on the stream there. Go ahead.
Roger that, Steve. Yeah, I enjoy Silverback's trying to get a hold of you up there. Hadn't talked to you in a while. Just want to say hi to you, old buddy. And I really enjoy your live streams. K1GMM from NANTX.
Okay, Dale. Yeah, no problem. And I apologize for the carnage. The stream, you know, I've got it sort of settled where I can just, I get all the cameras set and bang, I just hit the start button and away it goes. You know, it's just very easy. And I figured, you know, there are people, prospective hams, new hams that are looking around for stuff like this. So I figured, you know, why not? You know, I can do it. Even if I don't let it render, I'll just delete it off of YouTube. But, you know, people, to be honest with you, Dale, when I'm down in the shack here and I'm not doing anything, I'm always looking around for an interesting stream to watch, just to put it on in the background. You know, it's interesting to me. I love seeing other people's stations and what's going on. You know, and I'm a lot of times I'm just not in the mood to talk on the radio. Over.
Same way. Cal was on a little bit earlier there, about an hour or so ago, and I wasn't picking him up there here on 40 meters, but I guess it was still too early in the day there. Over.
Yeah, boy, it was. What time is it? It's 6:38. So this was about 3:30, 4 o'clock here. Europe was just cranking in here, dude, like 2 hours ago. Holy cow. I'm always in here too late. You know, I had some things I was doing, and I wanted to finish those up. And, of course, I get in. The band is screwy, I noticed, at least at my QTH. The initial opening in the late afternoons on 40 meters is really good. And then it kind of, I don't know, it shifts around, tightens up, shifts around to different QTHs, different parts of Europe. And like, for instance, you know, UK will be very low back of the box, and yet it'll be open out to like Croatia and places like that. And then it'll shift around to Italy. And like today, UK was banging in here, at least at my QTH. I was listening about an hour ago to a station down on 130. 7130. He was cracking in here. And there was another one up the band a little ways, maybe 7155, somewhere in there. So, yeah, it's weird. Anyways, I'll let you go there, Dale. Thanks for the call, man. I got you in the log, and great to hear from you. I hope all is well down there. NANTX, K1GMM, over.
It's usually dark before I can really start picking up any DX on 40 meters. Of course, I'm on that old G5 RV, and I still gotta get the work done to it there. Which, according to the weather forecast, temperatures are supposed to drop there here in the next week or so, and hopefully them snakes will go in, and I can get back there on the mountain and get my G5 RV put
hey,
back
Chris,
up.
Shadowhawk, Bill.
I'm gonna get that vertical from Cal there and use a remote switch, and so I can switch between the G5 RV and Cal's DX Commander antenna. That's what I'm hoping I'm doing. So anyway, Steve, have a great evening up there, and thank you for coming back to me. And it's still daylight here where I'm at. I'm not sure if you still got daylight or not up your way or not there, but anyway, 7-3 Steve, and we'll try to catch you next time around, old buddy. K1GMM from NANTX.
Yeah, we'll catch you later there. Dale, pleasure as always, buddy. Anytime. Don't ever be afraid. Any of you guys on the stream, don't ever be afraid to hit the key. I'll always try and get you in here. 7-3, man. Have a great weekend if I don't catch up with you. Maybe catch up with you at some point this weekend. Pennsylvania QSO party is going to be going, so I'll be in there pounding away on that for a while through the weekend. So, and I am going to live stream it, a little bit of it. We'll see. 7-3. And this is Kilo 1 Golf Mike. I guess I'll just leave it pointed at stateside here. Anybody want to jump in and say hello? I'll take one or two more calls and then I'm gone. K1GMM listening. Yeah, they're monitors. Those speakers are monitors from the old studio I had, just to let you guys know. Okay, I'm going to flip back around. Looking at Europe, calling CQDX, CQ Europe, CQ Europe, beaming Europe from Northeast U.S. Kilo 1 Golf Mike Mike. Kilo 1 Golf Mike Mike. Bye for a call. Okay, I think I've got a Charlie Tango 7 Alpha Hotel Italy. Not sure of the last, the suffix on your call. This is Kilo 1 Golf Mike Mike. Name is Steve, state of Vermont. Come on back one more time with your call. I got you. It's a low copy, but we'll get it in the log there. Go ahead. Okay, I think I got it there, George. Charlie Tango 7 Alpha Sierra X-Ray. Kilo 1 Golf Mike Mike. I got you in here, George, about a 55, 5 and 5. And the QTH is state of Vermont. Please acknowledge the call, whether it's correct or not. CT7 Alpha Sierra X-Ray I have here. And I'll let you tie it up there. I've got you about a 5 and 5 in QSB. With a lot of noise on the band. The noise is building, so I don't want to hold it too long. CT7 ASX, K1GMM, over. Got it. Okay, thank you, George. I'll say 7-3. Have a good evening and a good weekend coming up. Thank you very much for the call. I'm going to see if I can grab another couple from Europe. Band is not in good shape. This is Kilo 1 Golf Mike Mike. Kilo 1 Golf Mike Mike, listening for Europe. QRZ. Okay, I think I've got an Italy Whiskey 8 Bravo America Kilowatt. This is Kilo 1 Golf Mike Mike. Name is Steve, state of Vermont. About a 5-3, 5 and 3, 5 and 3. Roger. Okay, heavy QSB, really heavy QSB. The call sign is Kilo 1 Golf Mike Mike. Kilo 1 Golf Mike Mike. Over.
Okay, thank you. Yes, Frank was on the band. That is in good shape. Kilo 1 Golf Mike Mike. Kilo 1 Golf Mike Mike. My name is Frisco. Frisco is name. Radio India, Sierra Charlie Oscar. Papa, Radio India, Sierra Charlie Oscar. 20 kilometers north to Napoli is my city. Okay, back to you.
Okay, I missed your name. I missed your name. The band is... There's so much noise, and you're right at the threshold. I've got both preamps on, and I can barely hear you. Give me your name one more time for the log. Over.
Okay, I repeat more time. Papa, Radio India, Sierra Charlie Oscar. Papa, Radio India, Sierra Charlie Oscar. Papa, Radio India, Sierra Charlie Oscar.
Got it. Prisco. Papa Radio India, Sierra Charlie Oscar. Thank you very much, Prisco 73. Have a great weekend coming up. Let you tie it off. Thanks for the call, buddy. Look for you again, hopefully under better conditions. IW8BAK, Kilo 1 Golf Mike Mike. Over.
Okay, from Italy, Whiskey, Bravo, America, Kilo. Best wishes to you and weekend that is come through. Bye-bye for now. Ciao.
Bye-bye. Ciao, ciao. I think I'm going to wrap it up. One more call. This is Kilo 1 Golf Mike Mike, listening for Europe. QRZ. All right, you guys, I'm out of here. Just a short little thing. See if I could actually make any contacts here. And we'll catch you guys later. Maybe this weekend there's a special event. I know John's been Griffiths. He's been in here on the stream off and on. He's been contacted me about maybe streaming special event that he's doing over there in Wales, I think it is. So I think the band, if you look at the pan adapter, this is not a good sign. Look at that. I mean, there's a few stations in here. Actually, I'll sweep it, take a listen here, see what's going on. Everything just like radically shifted. I'll just do a quick sweep. See who's in here. If there's any Europe. Very low signals. Really low.
Listo. Ok, entonces Whisky India y Yankee Whiskey. ¿Quién me dice que está Putumayo? ¿Me lo recibes, por favor?
Yeah.
Another headset with this is the Pro 7, which is a dynamic microphone. This is a dynamic.
Yeah, it sounds like if you want to go somewhere, you want to go to the West Coast, because it's not really busy over here. In the last 2 years...
Rapid QSB. Rapid.
We've had this place 5 years now. In the last 2 years, we've noticed it's gotten really busy.
Equipment exists for this cooling. I'm using two ventilator, two blower, and one AL aluminium.
In secure on 40 meter by.
QSL. Indy, Italy, Kilo 4, Japan, Papa, Kilo.
It's JPK. He's throwing a good signal in.
ND8F up to grid, one time.
The 8, India, uniform.
India,
Kilo 4, Golf, Radio Oscar. Italy, Kilo 4.
See, these guys are only about a 5'7", so
Ocean, QRZ.
and
Italy Kilo 4.
he's a good signal. He's a solid 5'9", but he's usually in the red, so something's going on. All right, let's take a look.
Put this power supply.
Let's take a look, see what's going on here.
It doesn't matter. You could email it to me. My email's good on QRZ.
Ew! Nothing really. Should be settled down by now.
Copy that. Go ahead.
Wow, yes, last night. Yesterday, late. Look at that pop. K index of 5. That came out of nowhere. Nah, it's just the band's cack.
So it gives us nice, very low end.
¿Te acuerdas del nombre?
So, this to -5 now, go ahead.
All right, I'm out of here. All right, you guys have a good evening. We'll catch you all later. I'm going to, hey, Robert Mullen. I don't know. You know what I found, you guys? A lot of musicians in ham radio hobby, and there's also a lot of photographers in the hobby. Notice sometime the number of musicians and photographers. I don't know what it is, because ham radio, yeah, because they're cool. They are cool, and they make a hell of a lot of noise, man. What side of the brain is the artsy fartsy side? This is what never made any sense to me. Ham radio is such a technical type thing, right? Really not a lot of creativity in ham radio if you think about it. It's not like you're making art, or you're not drawing a picture, or you're painting something, or playing music, or creating music, or creating images using a camera, or something to do with imaging. That's all one side of the brain, and ham radio is the other side of the brain. Why are there so many photographers and drummers? If you guys figure that out, be sure and let me know, because I'm completely confused over that. We'll catch you guys later, 7-3. Have a good night. Yeah, I'm going up to dinner as well. Catch you guys later. Bye.